Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Banished Vault, or welcome back to it if you caught my previous coverage. It's a worker placement board game, but in digital form, with a really lovely visual style that's mostly abstract shapes and just design elements, but it looks really cool, and ooh, I just noticed that. Okay, that's an important thing I'm gonna have to work around. But so the entire point of this game is that we are specifically taking these ships out and sending them down to planets to grab resources, build structures, extract resources, and artifacts and other things, and then bring them back to my ship so that I can move on to the next solar system. And also one of our other goals is to go to these planets and specifically build kind of temples, beacons, that allows us to kind of leave a record of our passing and then quote-unquote beat the game. I don't think this is a game where we survive. We are being chased by an endless dark void gloom essence thing. I mean, it's called the gloom. And I think we're doomed no matter what, but if we can get 4 of these, we can at least pass on a record of our journey to future travelers. So I should mention a couple of things before we go. One, that this video is sponsored by Bethel Games, who are kind enough to reach out and sponsor this video, specifically because Banished Vault is available as part of the Steam Exploration Festival that's going on right now and is 20% off. So if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. So with that, let's begin. Let's figure this out. I guess there were a couple of updates since I last played this as well. Specifically, there are derelict ships that can be found somewhere. I don't know if we have any on any of these planets. If we do, I certainly do not see any of them, but it might be one of those that we don't know until we actually get to one of these locations. And then they also added androids, which can be found and added to the party. I don't know if we're gonna find any either. I'm hoping we do, just for the sake of, I don't know, robots are cool. So how do we do this? So I guess to explain, once again, we want to go down to these planets and build and extract things. Before I can leave, I need to get 8 stasis so I can put my people into cold sleep. Which means, if we pull up the game manual, I'm going to go to the very back. Oh, reference and androids. These were not in my physical manual. They'd actually sent me one a little bit ago. So androids are additional exiles that you may find on abandoned ships and solar systems. Androids can perform any action human exiles can, but they have differences. Each android has a condition value instead of faith. So it looks like you have to repair them. Unlike faith, android's condition can never be increased nor restored. Androids cannot be placed in the chapel slot of the vault. When they reach 0, the android is halted and can no longer spend actions. Oh. That's kind of sad, actually. Actually, I was really hoping you'd be able to maintain the robots, but I guess our people won't do that. Alright, so what we need to do is, yeah, this is the same as the physical manual. They just more or less have a really nice printed version that they sent to me. So what we are going to need to be able to do is build enough service harvesters and converters to get what we need. So we're going to need a stasis producer. So I'm going to need to bring with me 1 iron, 2 titanium, and 1 alloy. So let's just grab the alloy and then 2 titanium. So that's all we need for the stasis producer. However, to fuel the stasis producer, we need water, titanium, and carbon. We don't have any carbon with us, and I don't really want to bring our water with. Though eventually we will want to convert that to fuel, but not right now. So if I need to get water and titanium and carbon, I'm going to need, or not, well, CO2. So I'm going to need 2 iron for CO2, 1 for titanium, and 2 for water. So I'm going to need 5 more. And then I'm going to bring like 2 more for good measure. Let's bring a full stack of 9. Inventory space is limited, and that is going to be an issue for me, but if we're lucky, well, if we're unlucky, we're going to need to be able to, like, search for deeper, deeper veins, because there's a possibility that some of these are going to be buried underneath the ground, at which point I'm going to need to build a separate structure to be able to deal with that. Okay, so the other thing we're going to need on the ship, the other thing I'm going to need on the ship, if I can figure out how to, oh, there we go. We're also going to need fuel. I'm going to bring 2 stacks of fuel. I can actually click on this planet. It looks like it is going to cost me 15 energy and take 2 turns to reach this planet. And I have 2 different engines that I can bring with me, the Ancilla engine and the Serval engine. One is heavier and provides more thrust. The other is lighter less thrust, but higher efficiency, so it will cost less fuel. So for example, if I want to get to this planet, it is going to cost me 6 fuel just to get there. Do I think that's enough? 6 fuel to get there. I don't know how much to land. Oh, wait, no, that's because I picked the planet. So let's go to this one, actually. If I go to the outer orbit, we can use a lighter engine. So in that case, I only need to use 2 fuel to actually make it here. And then it was roughly 6 total, so presumably 4. I could bring less, but I'm going to bring some extra fuel with me just in case. Because we're going to need it anyway. Inventory space is actually... Hold up. I'm going to bring some extra, but not that much. Let's plan around bringing 6. This way I'll have at least 1 inventory slot. Worst comes to worst, I just stop at one of these other places and try and convert some water. Oh, or I could make a fuel refinery right then and there. If I'm desperate. Let's hope I don't get to that point. So quick question, once again, make sure I have enough titanium. Yeah, none of these require titanium. If I want to do a fuel producer in space, that would cost me some fuel. But I don't think I want to do that. I would rather put that on, like, here, where there is no thrust difference, and it would be very easy to grab the water from. Or like here. This would also be good, because one other thing to note on this area is, see these little stars? That's how many action points we get on planets. Presumably, the further out you are from the sun, the colder it is, the less energy you have. So if you're near the sun, you're gonna have a whole bunch of action points to spend, and it can get a lot done. So what I'm probably gonna want to do is have a separate ship that comes out here and gets a lot done, but I think this one we want to go here, because it's got all of the things I need. Because it's got the carbon dioxide, it's got the water, and it's got the titanium, so we'll just be able to produce a bunch of stasis while we're there. Anything else possible? I'm being paranoid, even though I can actually restart this system as many times as I need. So let's just send them out. Okay, so we've got one other ship. We have Tome 61 and Trumeau 23. They're functionally the exact same ship. There's no difference between them. So the main question is, where do we want to go? I'm going to have to go here. Probably. Let's take a look at this thing. So, this symbol I didn't really explain, I just reacted to it. No, I kind of did. We get to build a... thing on it, like a temple. Buildings, resource key, other buildings. Artifact surveyor, 5 more artifacts for gathering at this location. That's kind of useful. Action restore value. Oh, alloy and carbon dioxide. We just don't have enough for that. Resource excavator, 1, 2, and 3. Scriptorum, 2 alloy and 2 E? Wait, what the heck is E? Elixir. Okay. So, Scriptorum on a hallowed planet used to write an entry for the Auriga Chronicle. So this is a hallowed planet right here, which specifically will let me get one of the 4 victory conditions needed to win. The only immediate problem is, if I bring that much, I cannot do anything else, and we have no idea what this planet has. So, I could bring this along, because this would leave me enough thrust, so I would not be able to land on this planet with the light engines. I can bring both engines along, and then only have enough for the elixir, and... oh no, I wouldn't even be able to bring fuel. So we can't do that. We have to go light. Alright. Grab these. Grab these. We might also want to look into making some alloy, though that might have to be on another... oh, wait. I can actually have the... and okay. Maybe we do bring... because how much is this going to cost to get here? 15 energy. 4.6 fuel energy, 7.0. So this is going to be kind of expensive to get here. $6 fuel to get here. Oh, actually, we might as well just land on the planet. Because if I'm going to be using the junk thruster... I don't know if we have a choice. Okay, so if it's 24 energy... Yeah, I won't have enough thrust for this one. So I could go here with a light engine. No, I can't do it. Alright. So here's the really silly thing. Yeah, we can't make it. The bigger ship would be able to make this trip. The smaller ship cannot. We do have one other option of I could actually potentially do this in 2 trips. I don't know what happens if I leave the resources behind. Can I stow stuff on a planet? Because what I might want to do is actually come here and make a fuel depot. Because one thing to note is that this... Oh, this only has a thrust of 1. Exactly, so we're good. So what I can specifically do... I've spent 10 minutes just strategizing, but that is how this game works. If I want to get to this planet, it only has a thrust of 1, so we don't have to worry about it. So I could specifically go here in, like, fairly cheaply for fuel. And then all I would need to do is extract water and convert it into fuel. So let's take a look at the manual. If I want to make water, that's 2 iron, and if I want to make fuel, iron and a titanium. Iron and 1 titanium. And then I can bring with some of this stuff. So once again, double check. Water is iron, fuel is 1 iron and titanium. So this way I could potentially have a secondary stock of fuel so I can refuel afterwards, and I can leave this alloy here so I can make a return trip, come back, and have the elixir that I need. Cripes. This is some effort. And this way I'll have enough fuel for the return trip because it costs 4 fuel to get there and presumably 4 fuel to go back. And it's only gonna... Oh, it's gonna take 3 turns to get there. Ouch. But they'll have plenty of action points once they're done. Okay, nothing else for it. They split. So this is an orbital facility. If I wanted to make it, I could put up a methane harvester. Could I? Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. So I could actually have one of these characters stop and put up like a harvester if I wanted to. Let's actually, I'm gonna just take a look. Orbit structure. Building orbital buildings in adjacent grid squares. Okay, so that costs iron. We also have a stellar surveyor. Reveals the status of 3 resources in the next system. Maybe that actually is probably useful. So there's no methane in the area, can't grab it, and we could put this, but we need an orbital structure for me to do anything with it. So we're just not gonna bother. It's not worth it. How do I... Okay, return to map. Okay, and they can't make that landing. Especially not with the engine that they have. Ah. 1 extra fuel. I think we're fine. Yeah. We have just enough fuel to go there and back again. Alright, so now that we're on the planet, let's actually build some stuff. So, looking at this, yeah, I was right. We do need a means of getting these resources from below, because I'm not going to be able to get the water or the silica, but I'm not really going for silica. Let's see. Get it there. Insufficient resources. So we actually do have some resources that are already on this planet, but no iron. Unsurprisingly. And now we've gained access to these. So let's swap this guy out. Oh, I can do shift click to move him around faster, of course. So I'm going to need to make a stasis producer. It's going to cost a chunk of my remaining resources. The thing is, do we want to do this? Water, titanium, and CO2. We don't actually have any CO2 available on the planet at the moment. Let's also take a look. Not that I care too much for silica. Are all of these a 2x2 structure? Wait, no. One of these was like a big loop. This one. No, it still seems to be a 2x2, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's start with the CO2 harvester just because. And I can just slap it here. Okay, and we have nothing else to do. So let's return to map. Let's take a look at the other one. Have you made it? Ship is moving. Everybody's out of action points. Okay. So we do actually have some extra resources. I'm going to leave that there. We have iron. We have some carbon. Lucky me, because I didn't actually bank enough iron so I could actually get to lower depth water. Alright, whatever. Resource excavator. So now we can get the water, and then we're just going to make a fuel producer. I could actually just go back. I'm just going to move these over. Move them back. I think on the next turn, we're just going to go back to the ship. No, I should make the fuel first. We should have a supply of it. Okay, so let's go back to these guys, take a look. So I can do a couple of things. Might as well move the titanium over, we're going to need it, and the alloy as well. Okay, so I'm going to need a laborer. All three of these guys can work. So I'll make 2 of those, and then go back to buildings. We want to do a stasis producer. Oh, this is the chunker. Let's see. So I can do Q and E to rotate these. Technically, there's like a spot where I could kind of slide something in there. But I don't think I'm going to get much... I don't think I'm going to be very successful at that. So insufficient resources. What else do we need? We need the water next. Actually, I should be careful. Okay, so now we have titanium, we have carbon, and we have water. There are other structures that I could make. No, it doesn't look like we have access to them yet. There are certain ones, if we check the manual, that gives us, like, extra actions, power generator, or artifact surveyor, but we can't do anything with that. There are artifacts that we can actually snag. Search for an artifact. Okay, knowledge value 20. We can use those for upgrades between maps. Okay, so we now have... Why did I build that? I really wish there was an undo button. I don't know how that resource excavator just ended up on the ground, but whatever. Okay, so what do we need? I'm low on water. Oh, and we get 2 water from that, as opposed to just 1, which is very useful. Alright, anything else? No. End turn. Go back to you. So, I'm going to need to move them back, water harvester. And then convert, we need a fuel producer. Okay, so we can get 3 fuel out of that. That's useful. So we should be able to get plenty to refuel. So next turn, maybe I'll do a little bit more fuel generation just to make sure I have enough. And we're golden. Alright, let's go take a look at these guys. So, I still need to make 8 stasis. We can make 1. Let's see. Two. Okay, so we're up to 4. I mean, halfway there. And I still have some action. So we need titanium, carbon. Yeah, we're just gonna cycle those. Once I have the 8 stasis, I wonder if I can actually bank more of these. Like, if I had extra stasis, and I might even want to do that, specifically plan around the idea of having additional stasis that I can bring with me into the next planet. There we go. Or next planet, next system. Well, we're up to 8. Just get the water. Okay, Usard. So, big thing is... now we've got 9 fuel. Move them over here. Return to map. Here's the question. If I go back home... we have just enough fuel to make the trip. Should be fine, because then we come back with the heavier engines and the alloy that we need to go build this thing. Plus whatever else we need. Sure hope I'm making the right calls with these. I mean, we need this no matter what. Otherwise we cannot win. Okay, anything else? No, we're done. And I've still got plenty of turns left. Like, that is the beauty part of this, is that as soon as we've completed our objective, we no longer have to worry about rushing anything. And we can just freely take a chill. I think I'm still going to overproduce because I don't know what else I'd do with these guys. And just having a large supply of... having 16 stasis with me. Because I think we need 2 stasis for each people. If I don't have to produce any stasis for the next system, then all I have to do is just grab loot. Unless, of course, the game yells at me and says, no, you can't do that. At which point, I'm in trouble, but who knows? Alright, everything else good? Did Usard make it to his location? No, he did not. As the one killer, he's going to have to spend a lot of time in transit. I mean, at this point, maybe I just spend a lot of time producing resources. We're up to 12. So one more of those. Oh, we got plenty of water. Well, we don't. Alright, and turn. So if I'm at 12, I guess I might as well go up past that. Because, yeah, the main question is, how much stasis do I want to get to? I have so much time that I can kind of spend doing whatever here. So we could very well spend the time to get, like, 24 stasis. Let's check the game manual. Just in case. Hibernation. Yeah, so anything in the vault carries with me. Items, faith, turns, actions. Yeah, we haven't gotten to hazards yet. We might not. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is somewhat a cromulent idea. Of just overproduce a bunch of resources so that I can freely transport. I guess the one thing is we do need to make sure that we can we want to have a full stock before we leave. The other thing we might want to do is specifically check out some of these other planets. I guess I will be checking out this one, so the only other place I haven't checked out are these two. And that'll be quick. We can do that kind of at the end. Okay, so you need 2 of these. And if I want to go back, we're going to need 4 fuel. 4 fuel to get there. I want to leave as much behind in the Auriga Vault as I can. Just because. Okay, so the other question is, if I go game manual, buildings. Oh no, sorry, reference. So, Scriptorum. We already have the alloy. Here's our 2 elixir. Is there anything else I'm possibly going to need? I don't think so. The only other question is, like, would I want to snag anything on this planet? Not sure about that. The big fear is if I possibly get there and there's some kind of problem. Oh. You know what? I almost screwed up. I needed the big engines. Because I think after that I just come back and stock up on as much fuel as I possibly can. With however little energy, however much time and space I have left. And then I could also bring the big ship over and potentially load up on even more. Like if we just had a stupid amount of fuel. And iron. Oh, what do I need for an iron extractor? Iron extractor is 3. I'm going to bring it with. We're going to build an iron extractor here. Because I think after these guys are done, we're going to go dump off, come back here, and just generate as much iron as we can fill. Maybe titanium. That's the one other consideration, considering I'm running a little low. Because yeah, if I have a supply of both, then we're safe. This game stresses me out. It stressed me out. I think when I originally was playing around with it, when I was even just looking at it. Oh, maybe I could have done one less? I don't know. Let's just go for 6 and 6. I think we're good. Yeah, the game stresses me out just because there's a time limit and every action counts. And some part of that is just, you know, it's stress. And so I was legitimately a little worried coming back to this game and just being like, yeah, am I going to be able to weather what this game throws at me? And the answer is, yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so I got 2 stacks of stasis. Now, we do have one other option, and 18 stasis should be enough to cover us for 2 whole systems. The only thing is if I picked up another person... Wait, no, because then I'd have... If we pick up one more person, we're fine. If we pick up 2 people, we're not fine. Chances of us finding 2 people in the same system are pretty low. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just bring these resources back with me. Sorry, silicon, iron, and yeah. Actually, do we? No, this is silly. We want as much stasis as we can get. I might grab titanium while I'm here, but I'm not going to go for... I'm not going to need the carbon, I'm not going to need the water. So... We'll probably have like 2 or 3 stacks of stasis, and then however much... Let's see. Oh, and Usarda's reached there. What was I going to say? However much titanium we can snag before we want to leave. Okay, so let's go back in here. Because yeah, I'm probably going to want to make an iron harvester. We've got a stack of fuel. Put that there. I'm gonna just leave the iron behind. Okay, let's go back to the map. Can I make it? Six fuel. Okay, so let's not do anything stupid. Let's make sure we have a second set. I could use the Ancilla engine, but I think I'd rather just have a second stack of fuel ready and waiting to go. Even just an additional 6 wouldn't be overkill. That should be enough. Go back to map. And yeah, I could potentially have brought the lighter engines for this, but this only costs 2 energy to get over here. So I don't think it's worth it. Oh, you kidding me? 7 fuel. No, we'd be fine. We'd be running low by the time we get there, but I think we're fine. I feel like this game would very much benefit from just, like, safes coming. I know that's just a me thing, but being able to be like, is this the right choice? No. Without having to redo the entire system, but it's fine. Structure. Move them over, make a scriptorum. That covers the whole freaking planet. Alright, whatever. Insufficient resources. Construct. Chronicle of the Auriga Vault. A mirage in the horizon drew the settlers from their landing zone. For weeks they traveled and it never grew closer, until suddenly they happened upon a flat plain. The dim sun stood, still overhead in a cloudless sky. Chronicle requires 4 entries. Write more entries on the hollowed planets to finish your journey. Okay, so what else do we have artifact-wise? We have 9 artifacts remaining. Well, looks like they're going to be a bit busy. I guess it's the hollowed planet. Go figure. Alright. So we want to do 3 more titanium. 3 more carbon. 3 more carbon. And then I might want to stop and just go all in on titanium for the rest? I don't know. I guess it would only take 2 more turns to get a double stack of titanium. And this way we'd have... Yeah, I think that's the play. Everything else is good. Because this way we don't have to waste more time and space. Labor has no more actions. I'm just going to find out that all stasis expires after a turn, and I'm going to be the saddest puppy. Alright, search for artifacts. Oh, here's the downer. Actually, most of these are trash. Okay, that's fine. He wasn't going to be doing anything else anyway. Worst comes to worst, we just leave with the resources. Yeah, they're all base tier grabbo. Okay, titanium, titanium. Because yeah, restocking on our titanium supply seems like a good idea. So we'll be able to leave this planet next turn. Alright, moving back. Switch them to pilot. Return to map. So they are about as good as we're going to be able to get them. Five fuel. Yeah, the one thing I wasn't thinking about is possibly running out of fuel to get here. Nope, we're good. Just barely enough. Okay, back to this guy. He has 1 more artifact. Whoop. It's all bad. So, yeah, if we're desperate, we can take the big ship and come out here if we really, really want to. I'm not that desperate. I think what I'm going to do is just leave these here. Like, okay, knowledge value is good, but knowledge value 1 is terrible. Okay, 7 fuel. Yeah, we just barely have enough. Alright. Whereas the big ship can come here and not have thrust problems, potentially. Move these over. In baseline, we have no choice. We need to make fuel. I can't go anywhere without it. This ship can leave. So the one building I might want to consider is like an iron harvester. Gonna cost me 3 iron, which I have plenty of. I think we just grab as much iron as we can possibly stack on this guy. Alright, anything else? No. Because it's still gonna take them some time to get to and from. I guess we could also split up at this point. We don't need that many laborers. Yeah, so let's just go until we have 2 full stacks of iron. They get 4 turns every 4 turns every round, so or 4 action points every turn. There we go. So that should give them plenty. Let's go back to these guys. They're absolutely loaded with goodies. So one thing I could also do is bring these guys out here and grab iron, but no, that's not worth it. Okay, question is... ship thrust -2, engine thrust. So we would not actually be able to land on this one. We're going to need the bigger engines. Getting to this planet makes a lot of sense just because we can grab a bunch of goodies. Getting to this planet lightly makes sense because we could grab artifacts, but it's not that amazing. You know what I'm actually going to do? Crew. There we go. I'm actually going to bring one of these guys off. We have a 3rd ship. So I'm probably going to take these 2 guys, plus a complement of fuel just to come out here and grab as much as we can. Oh. No, this does have iron. Cool. Because we can grab a whole slew of iron and fuel as a group. And then the other guy can go check out these 2 planets while we have nothing better going on. Alright, we can't land at that one. Perfect. 6. How much would it cost? 2 more energy. You know what? I think this is fine. We've got 10 fuel. There's almost no way we're going to run out. And worst comes to worst, the ship comes out here and just gives it a quick restock. So last ship that I'm not using. Are we going to need... we're not going to need that much thrust. So we can bring the lighter one. Because this engine provides 2 thrust, and then the ship itself reduces it by 1, so we can land on this planet and this planet freely. So I'm just going to grab a stack of fuel. No sense in being efficient. Because we only need 3 energy to get there. And 5 energy to get there. So we should be able to do this without ever needing to restock. Oh, we can also transfer cargo between them. That's funny. So I think this guy's just going to hang out here and just grab iron. And like I said, I was legitimately worried about my ability to play this game. I don't get performance anxiety often when it comes to like playing various games. This is one of the few where I'm just like, a little bit worried if I'm doing a good job or not. I think I might just leave him here and not bring him back until both ships are full. Okay, let's save. Right, he's on the planet. Let's take a look. Okay, 1 artifact remaining. Oh, that makes it easy. Whoop. It has an alien plant and some loot. I don't know how much we care. Okay, end turn. Oops. Move him around. But yeah, practice and understanding very much make perfect with this kind of game. I don't know if I'm going to bring all this stuff with me. Okay, no laborer. Yeah, so I think we will leave these behind. The 4 iron is tempting, and we might be able to retrieve it. But it depends on the last artifact. Okay, and then Usard. Which might also want to work on some fuel as well. Okay, swap these out. Perfect. So now I have a whole bunch of people here. Let's probably work on water for a bit. Right. Shift click works perfectly fine. Okay. Nothing else? Oh no. Zave still can do a thing. I still think the knowledge value is more useful than anything else, but we can come back if we want to. I wonder if I put a single iron harvester here. Damn. I was hoping because it was on top of 2 of them, it would actually produce twice as much. Well, there's no reason to have 2, so it doesn't really matter. I think I'll have them come to and from. The other problem is it only gets a certain amount of energy here. The other option is I could actually go for the methane harvester. We functionally have... We have no methane. I'll think about it. I think for now, the best thing you can do is do a delivery. Because the other option is I bring him all the way out here to grab things. Is this... This sun's not looking too hot. We have 9 turns left. I don't think he's going to make another trip. Okay, so one thing to note is coming back here is going to take 3 turns. Except for the big ship, it's going to take maybe more than 3 turns. No, it's only going to take 3 turns. I think we head back at the 5-turn mark. I know the extra resources would be nice, but I also would like to survive. Okay, let's grab the 2 stacks of iron. What about this one? Oh, it's got plenty. Because I think it's practical for these guys to also just come back with a whole bunch of fuel. As long as their inventories are full of fuel and iron, we have nothing to complain about. And then we can just leave whenever we feel like it. So let's take a look at Zave. Transfer those. No, it was this one. It only takes, what? A turn to get there? And only 1 fuel to do it. No way he's making it to the other... to the other planet. It's just too far away. But yeah, I figure if we're just wildly overstocked, nothing will be able to slow me down. Okay, do we do 1 more conversion for water? I think so. Let's take a look at this one. So this has nothing. We could do more fuel. We could do more iron. We have 18 iron base. Since this one is full, I'm just gonna make sure I'm focused on Trumeau instead of Air Hexod. Okay, so Trumeau can take 3 more iron at least. The question is, do we want more iron or more fuel? Hate to say it, I think I want fuel. Well, I don't actually hate to say it. It doesn't really matter. And then I think these guys are Dunsky. Because, yeah, we can't fit anything else, nor can we make a return trip. So, return to map. Okay, so... yeah, this one can freely just go wherever. We don't have to worry about swapping engines. 4 fuel to get back. Okay. Oh, please tell me okay, good. I had a mild freak out because I only had 1 guy on this ship. And there was that small moment of just like, oh no, did I leave somebody behind? That would be bad. Alright, 6 fuel to make the rest of the trip. Should be good. Hopefully we can get better ships at some point. I think we can make them. Oh. Yeah, we actually have a couple of things we can make. If we wanted to. Ooh. Okay, so next round we are definitely going to need to look into some of these things. Because, yeah, we can make better engines than we have. We have serval engines, we have Uncilla engines, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a Caracal engine or 2. But they require alloy and methane, which we don't have. We also have different ships. So we have the Sparrow ship, 1 cargo, no travelers. Mass 1, thrust +1. Okay, I don't think I want that. We have a Crake ship. Can I actually tell which of my ships are what? Okay, ship mass 2, crew 1, cargo 2, and 1 traveler. Okay, so Trumeau 23 is a Crake. Both of those are Crakes. Franklin ship, 4 cargo, 1 traveler. Oh, no. 2 cargo, 1 traveler. So actually we don't have any Crakes. We've got 2 Franklins, and we've got an Avocet. I don't actually know if I want the lighter. Yeah, so I think we just don't mess with it. Alright, let's take a look at this one. This guy doesn't have many turns left. However, it takes him almost no time to do anything. I think I'm going to construct that. I think we actually just go for the methane. I'll need an iron, but it's fine. He's not doing anything anyway. Oh. Ships are still moving. Okay. I think we have him leave at the... Do we have him leave at the 2-turn mark? How bold am I? Kind of. Because, yeah, I don't think these guys are making any more trips. So I think we do... Yeah, I wish I knew exactly how bad this was. It'd almost be kind of neat if you could see it eating these structures as it goes through, but I don't know. Okay. End turn. Go back in here. Because, yeah, if I can have a stack of methane, that's nice. Wait. Oh, okay. There we go. I think we can't go any more further. Anything more than this could actually screw me over. Plus we get some extra goodies. Okay. I gotta check one thing. Hibernation. Okay. All ships exiled in buildings that are not in the vault or the vault location. Okay. Items inside ships at the vault's location are taken into the next solar system. So we actually have too many things. I'm gonna have to worry about that for the next system that we go to. But currently it's not a problem. Oh, right. I have to put them there. Begin hibernation. Okay. Once more into the dim starlight, our chase is endured for such a time that the void is more comfortable than gravity. Our faith wavers. We have enough stasis to hibernate all of your exiles. All of your exiles are present in the vault. All of your exiles will lose one faith. Oof. I'll have to work on that. But we can leave. Confirm hibernation. Okay, so we have 50 knowledge. We can do something. So we can do a 10% chance to keep fuel after starting a maneuver. Gain an additional action when in space. Looks like we might already have that one. Resource Excavator 2 reveals all... Okay, so these are blueprints for new structures I can get. Shrike, 2 cargo, 3 travelers. So good for transporting dudes around. Fuel Producer... Oh. Creates fuel from water in orbit. So that produces... It costs 2 titanium and produces 4 fuel. So that's good. Harvester buildings on a resource depth level of 2. I guess I'm going to go for the blueprint. This would be nice, but we need this first and we don't have enough. So, conclude. We've arrived at store Rolly 8. A beacon, perhaps reflected off of a distant plane, emanates nearby. It promises artifacts of unusual origin. An unknown beacon has been identified in this system. Okay, so we've got a couple of things to work around. This is a little harder. We do have another one of these systems to go to, but I don't think we have the resources to actually make another one of those temples. There's also bad things. So we have hazards here that need to be cleared. I don't know what the heck this is. That might actually be the, that might actually be the distress call or whatever the derelict ship is. Huh. Alright. Yeah, so how do we want to clear this? Because of the hazards, I guess my one question is, how do hazards work? And I don't know. Also, what are we doing? We have enough stasis, I could just leave. That would be stupid, and I don't want to do it, but I could. Planet's not bad, this planet's not bad. This planet actually gets a lot of action points. The only immediate problem is, I don't know if I would need carbon or silicon. Let's consult the manual. Reference. Okay, so the things we need at the moment, we actually need alloy and elixir more than anything else. So if I want to make an alloy producer, 2 iron, 2 titanium, requires iron, titanium, and silicon. Or silicate? Silica. Same thing. And then if I want to make elixirs, it's iron, titanium, so once again the same, but it requires silica and methane. Alright. Because yeah, if I could have a full stack of alloy and elixirs on hand, that would be nice. Silica, methane, iron, titanium, silica. So I could go here and produce this stuff. Silica, methane, silica, titanium. So if I just bring a stack of iron with me to this planet, I would be able to produce the alloy that I need, but we'd be limited to how much we bring with me, unless I go back and bring more. We're very low on iron on this system. I think I do want to bring somebody out here and maybe I'll restock on iron while I'm at it, but that's it. So what else needs carbon? Saboteur, but we're not messing around with that. So really, stasis requires carbon and nothing else at the moment. And then there's some of these, like, fancy things, but we don't actually know any of it. So, I need 2 iron, 2 titanium twice. And then a full stack. So, let's take a look at the big ship. Hexad. So I'm going to need full stack of iron, more iron. And you know what? I'm going to bring 2 full stacks of iron, just in case, worst comes to worst, we just end up with extra alloy. Because, right, we're going to want to also make mining things. Because I'm going to want to mine for silica, which is 3 iron in and of itself. And titanium. And methane. So, yeah, I'm going to need 2 full stacks of iron. Because it's going to cost 4 iron for the alloy producer and the elixir producer, plus 4 iron for the titanium and silica and methane. We might not have enough space on this planet, is the one other fear. Do I have any other silica? Oh, wait. No, we don't have any other silica methane. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do one or the other. We do also have a hazard. So one thing I can do, elixir and chapel. Okay, exile will recover faith at the end of the turn, if there's enough elixir. So that's a bit of a doozy. We're probably going to want to put Usard here. But I think that might be something we want to leave for later. Because this guy specifically has a higher faith, which means they're going to roll higher die. Okay, here we go. Strength 6. Potential outcomes, lose 1 to 6 faith or condition. Ship damage 1 to 4. Oh. Oh, condition. Okay, so we're going to have to worry about that. I have no idea how to repair these things. So, I think what we're going to want to do is bring full crew of 3 onto this one, and we want to have the ones with the highest faith. Then we're going to go to Tremo and just put them there. It has thrust 1, so we don't need the big thrusters for this. I think I'm going to just bring a stack of 3. Nope. Need a bigger stack. I'll just bring a full stack of 9. Do we? I'll bring 5. Because as long as the iron isn't too deep, we should have no trouble grabbing it. I don't know what the red triangles are. That scares me a bit. And it's going to cost 2 fuel there, 2 fuel back. No problems. Otherwise. So we'll investigate whatever this blue thing is, which I think is a derelict. One of the salvage options. And then grab whatever else we can, including iron. Okay, next up. This is going to require thrust 2, so we're going to need the bigger thruster. We've got the stacks of iron. It's intensely tempting to actually bring more, just in case. It will cost me potentially all of my iron to do this, but I think I'm going to do it. Worst comes to worst, we end up with just like a whole slew of extra alloy that we don't immediately need. Because I don't think I need to bring anything else with me on this trip. The other question is fuel. Okay, because it's going to cost 12 fuel. Just to get there. So 4 fuel. Plus an additional 2 fuel to land. So 6 fuel there, 6 fuel back. So I'll need 3 more. So in that case, I'll just bring 2 full stacks, so I don't have to worry about it. Or actually, no. If it... I'm gonna leave 1 behind. That way we'll have plenty of spares, but it won't get in my way. And we still have plenty of fuel back home. Are we good? I think we're good. Time to find out what a hazard does to my ship. Oh. We're going here, so I didn't need that one. 4 fuel, 2 fuel energy. Should be good. Anything else? Nope. So I'm curious about this one. We had those red triangles, which means there might be hazards on the ground. No. Okay, let's move them over. Artifacts. Has no artifacts. Oh. Alien machine. Alien machine. Alien plant. Holy smokes. Alright. Move this over. Buildings. We want to do structure. Resource excavator 2. Okay, very worthwhile planet to go to at the very least. I think we're just going to do a second run. So whatever those red triangles are, I have no idea what they stand for. Alright, resolve hazard. Let's take a look at this. Unstable gravity. Okay, Roche gets 5 dice. Hazard 6 difficulty, success chance. Alright. Success hazard navigated. We might have to do that again. So, that could suck. Oh, it only costs 1 fuel to go down. Shoot. I overestimated. I'll have to leave a fuel behind. It's fine. Okay. Let's put him here. We want to do structures. Convert. Alloy producer. Is not actually as big as I thought it was going to be. Whoop. Okay, so that's the alloy producer. What about the elixir producer? I think I'll have enough space. Let's start with the alloy. Because one thing I can do is actually Tetris a bunch of these things. Oh, no. Well, this sucks. We only have titanium or methane. We cannot get both. Because they're overlapping, and that is the stinkiest thing ever. So in that case, this is somewhat of a wash. We do have a really silly option. Now that we know this, we can actually use our future knowledge to say, which do I want more of? Alloy? Or elixir? We have elixir at home, we have no alloy. So I think the big one is cancel that construction. We're going to want alloy. And so what I can do is restart. Okay. Let's go to the Trumeau. Has that. Don't need a second. And this planet has plenty of iron already on the planet, so we don't need to worry about it. So that's nice. Go back to this one. Okay, we're gonna need both. Bring all 3. So yeah, if I can't do enough alloy, we might fail the event, is the one downside. So if I can't do elixir and alloy, all we need is just stacks of iron, some titanium, because we can always convert whatever's spare. Silica we can get while we're there. And I'm going to need 5 extra fuel. There we go. So this will give us a bunch of iron to potentially work with. We can get the silica and titanium on site. And I want to leave at least a stack of iron just in case we can't get more. Though I think we will be getting more, no problem. Anything else for it? No, I don't think so. I think this is golden. Because the one thing I'm probably going to want to do... Oh. I hate this. I'm actually going to have to go back. We want to bring some elixir with us. Actually, can we? I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit the big structure. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think we're leaving a record on this one. I think this is just a progression system. Okay. So like last time, go here. Looks like it has all the same stuff. And you know what? Okay. There is not as much iron here as I thought there was going to be, so we can make the resource excavator. But I'm going to need 3 more iron brought back with me so I can actually mine some iron while I'm here. That said, more practical for me to just head back for now. I don't think they're going to need to refuel. Okay, resolve hazard. Okay, Roche. Please, Dice RNG, work with me. Yes. Swap the engines. 1 fuel, land, we're good. Worst comes to worst, I have to do that again. I'm not going to want to, but still. Wait. Wait, no, we're fine. We don't need the water on this planet. It's iron, titanium, and silicon. We only get a handful of those, but that's okay. So let's start with the resource excavator. Cancel construction. I guess I might as well make a handful of these. Let's do alloy producer first. Maybe I could have fit all of these. Let's just look. This video is pretty much at the end anyway. Because yeah, I think I could have actually fit a scriptorum. Yep. I could actually fit the scriptorum in here. Titanium producer, silicon producer, and then we would have had enough space. So I guess I would do one more restart, and this time just bring 2 elixir with me. Like I said, I really wish I could save scum this game. I know it's not really like in the spirit of it, but I don't know. No, we just leave that there. Let's see, I think we only needed the 5 titanium. And then I think it was 5 fuel. Okay. Because yeah, if I go here, it's 4. And then 1 more. So 5 fuel. So all I need is just the 2 elixir. And then we can make the trip. Save scumming is fun. I actually really like the fact that I can. Okay, and we bring the 3 iron with us, unless the RNG changes, which it could. There's a very real possibility that it actually switches on a per planet basis. But I don't think it does that. I think everything is fairly deterministic. I guess we'll know if I take a look at this thing's inventory. Yeah, we're good. So go back to the map. Go back here. With all those artifacts, because that knowledge is going to be amazing. I'm curious about the RNG on this. I kind of hope this is not randomly generated. It seems to always roll the 6. So I'd like to pretend that it is the same every single time. Just for the sake of my own sanity. Because otherwise I'm gonna inevitably have to save scum just to be able to get the outcome I want on something. And that's just stinky. Okay, so we want a titanium harvester here. But there's no titanium available at the moment. And then we can still get the scriptorum down. I'll put it out here just to give me enough space. Okay, let's start with the... Start with the resource harvester. Because that way it can also get the titanium extractor down. Alright, anything else? No. And, oh right, these guys get a lot of action. So the other thing we can do is come out of here with like a bunch of silica and titanium if we want to. Let's see. Let's construct a little bit of everything. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 alloy. Laborer has no actions, but we can get another one of these. A powerful light filled the sky, gales of wind tore at the ground, the stars grew dim and the sun fell weak. A final gust swept across the plain and then silence. So, I mean, by all accounts, we're functionally halfway done with this. Let's see. So now what do we do? I mean, the real answer is just... get as much alloy as we can grab while we're here. That's the Usard. He's nice and easy. The other thing I might want to do is check out some of these other planets. I'd like to go out to these. Is this a planet that I can actually stop at? I can't imagine it. No, that looks orbital. How much energy would that take? A lot. Takes 7 fuel to get there. I think I maybe do the silly thing of go just all the way out here just to see what we can find. Because there might be a goodie. I'm really hoping we can find one of those salvageable ships. And worst comes to worst, we come back to this one and just grab iron. Okay. End turn. So I guess we can finish this system. This one's actually going to be much faster than last time. Because all we need to do is just produce the same resources. Okay, so I've got a bunch of those. And as soon as we run out of iron, we can do nothing else here. I mean, we can grab resources. Okay, they're out of actions. End turn. I guess there's still plenty for me to do, but... Okay, so we want to do... 5... 5. There's a full set. And then the other guy's still traveling. I'll have to get more iron. I'm probably not going to come back here for alloy, but... Yeah, do we even want to leave with a whole lot? I guess the thing is my ships can carry stuff too. We can use them as just extra freighters. That feels like overkill. Let's just do a full stack of titanium and a full stack of silica. Just because. Okay, the other guy hasn't made it yet. Now he has. So let's take a look at what Usard's looking at. Or what he has. The answer is Bupkis is an animal skull. That's disappointing. Just grab the silica. Let's see. Silica. So I can still fit 2 more things. We could bring the methane or the water with us, but I don't really like the idea of that. Do we want to just do another stack of titanium and silica? Maybe. Actually, silica? Maybe 4 silica. And then we just leave. I only have so much space is the issue. The vault kind of caps out. The big thing I'm low on is iron. So the other option is I just get two more silica. Yeah, that's it. Let's get 2 more silica and then we just leave right now. Because I'm not going to be able to get anything else valuable out of this planet. Oh. Biscuits. I should have checked that first. It's okay, we've got oodles of extra time. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Launch. Swap the thrusters. Unstable gravity. Come on, Roche. Navigator lost 4 faith. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, it was worth it. You said, okay, I did actually build this thing. We do have another source of methane, but it's in an abysmal spot. Because I could go here. I mean, nice part is we've got more than enough. I guess I didn't need that silicon after all. It's fine. Worst comes to worst, I just stow it on the other ship. Yeah, the question is, do we want to check this planet? Even though it's a rough hazard. I think we might wanna. So the other thing I could do at this point... Ooh. No engineer. I think I might actually make a caracal engine. Just because that'll let me get some places. Not here, though. I'm just gonna store it there for the time being. Same thing with these extra thrusters. Okay, elixir required to... Oh god, that gets expensive. Well. Is this worth it? If they'll get stopped here, I might be able to switch them. So 2 fuel to go there, plus 1 more to land, so we'll have plenty. I don't know what we're gonna find while we're there. So I might... do we want to bring a stack of iron? No. Because this one had iron, I can grab it. I can roach, hopefully... Oh. Okay, we're good. But I'm gonna have to swap them. Because you absolutely cannot swap navigators for a challenge. Uh-oh. 7 energy. Wait, we're fine. Unless we're not fine. We could be legendarily unlucky here. I think we're good. Barely. I'm gonna need fuel to be able to leave. Well, they're screwed. I'm gonna have to bring them fuel. Instead, I think I'm just gonna leave it here. I've made some mistakes on this specific system that I'd like to probably undo. And so rather than get hit by the consequences stick, I'd reset and I'll continue this on myself, on my own. We more or less know how to do this correctly this time around. To just being able to go back a turn or two. I recognize that's against the spirit of the game, but I don't know. Some of these are a little rougher than others. I did not realize this was energy 7 to land, otherwise I would have brought more fuel. I guess it's got one hell of a gravity well. Anyway, with all that said, I might as well mention once again that the Banished Vault is available on Steam right now, and it's 20% off as part of the Steam Exploration Festival. So if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below while the sale still lasts. It's genuinely one of the more interesting games I think I've ever played. It's one of the few that I actually have to refer to the game manual frequently for, and as such, very much feels more like a board game than an actual like digital game. Which is neat. I've recently gotten like way into board games. I've got a huge shelf of them behind me. It's like 100 games in my collection. It's maybe a little bit much, but it's a lot of fun. And so playing this, now that I've played a whole bunch of board games, I'm like, oh, this is way more interesting, way more fun than I remember it being. Originally, I think I was thinking of it purely in the brain space of a video game, and some amount of the lack of quality of life, the challenge, the merciless nature of everything, and the dice pool challenges especially. Like, none of that really jived with what I was used to. However, now that I've played a bunch of board games, specifically thinking stuff like Arkham Horror, or I guess some tabletop RPGs use dice pool systems as well. You know, the mixture of these mechanics, very much one-for-one fits what I'm used to from a board gaming space. And so once again, I'm going to reiterate, I bet if this was ever turned into a board game, and I could see it even being done very easily with cards, like I would buy this board game in a heartbeat. Specifically, all you need to do is just lay out transit cards, planet cards, and maybe some transit cards would be like forking paths. So you put like another planet card here and a planet card here. Oops, this is a gas giant, and this is a tiny little planet. Here's some resources on it. And then, you know, each planet card would have like tiny little squares on them, and you can put the structures on it or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it could translate immeasurably well, and then also just have this like, you know, cool 3D printed figurine of the actual Auriga Vault itself, as equal parts like a cool shelf piece, but then also, you know, hey, it's technically part of the board game, even if it just sits there. I don't know. I think I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that crystallizes into something someday, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And also, I can only imagine it would be just as gorgeous as this. Plus, it would give me more of an excuse to ogle this sweet, I'm gonna say it's pen and ink, but possibly scratchboard art. hard to tell, or it's all done digitally and it just kind of gives off scratchboard vibes. I would actually love to see how this was made, because this game manual is gorgeous, and I really I really miss when games had game manuals like these, that you actually had reason to look at. I don't know, it just gives the game a lot more character. But with all that said, I might as well also say one quick thank you to Bethel Games for sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you, it was a ton of fun, and it's nice to come back to this game with fresh eyes and a fresher mind. Even if I didn't actually manage to find the salvage, I guess I could go onto a new system and take a look at that, but there's no guarantee it's going to show up, and who knows, I might get smacked by some hazards before I even get there. But the fact that there are salvageable ships that all you have to do is fix them up, fuel them up, and then you can actually take them back with you, which I think is really neat. And then the robots as kind of like an alternative person that you can use and expend as you need, even if they're not going to survive the whole way. But I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.